You can set all your skills to 100, hit the maximum level, get twice as many perks, and have an infinite supply of ammo, all before leaving Goodsprings in Fallout New Vegas. And in this video, I will show you step by step on how to perform all of these glitches in one go. Hi, I'm Mo, and I'm trapped in Fallout. The first thing we're going to do is basically start a brand new game. And in this game, it really doesn't matter what you set your initial settings to. You can have any selection of specials, doesn't matter. You can select any traits, any skills, it doesn't matter at all. Just go ahead and exit the doc's house. Once you leave the doctor's house, we will need to do a number of things to basically trigger all of these glitches one after the other. And we'll be sort of doing them, sort of mixing them up a little bit. It's not possible entirely to do one glitch entirely and then move on to the next. We'll have to do things step by step, and I'll try my best to explain each of them as we go. So with that said, the first thing we're going to do is head into the saloon, and we're going to go ahead and speak to Sunny and sort of trigger that part of the tutorial. So when you're able to, from the doc's house, just go ahead and go into the saloon.
Cheyenne, stay.
Once inside, just go ahead and select the first option, that you could teach me how to survive.
Yeah. Meet me up.
And with that, what you want to do is just go ahead and exit the saloon. Go around the back, and Sunny should be there. So she should be over there, and she will basically just give you a gun to shoot some bottles off this fence over here. So just go ahead and approach her.
Now, see the
and with the rifle, go ahead and just shoot all of them down. So what you want to do is just go ahead and shoot 3.
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. Tell you.
And then go ahead and end the tutorial.
Suit yourself. I'm heading. Hey, do.
With that, now what you need to do is go back into the saloon. So you can just use this back door over here. Once inside, look to your right and speak to Joe.
What do you want?
Go ahead and select the first option. What was that you said about Ringo?
He's some traitor, would serve these.
And then say that you can help him take over the town.
Let me get out of town.
And then select the goodbye option.
Yeah.
And then allow him to basically exit the saloon and go ahead and follow me out. With that, he will now slowly make his way sort of towards the white building over there, and we will now go and speak to him. So this will be effectively doing the first part of the level up and max skills glitch. So when you see him, just go ahead and speak to him. He should be leaning up against that wall over there. So just go ahead and speak to him.
What do you want now?
Select the first option, help you take over this town.
What the hell for?
And then select the free food option.
Having all the food first thing.
And then select the deal option.
While you're doing that.
And then select the goodbye option.
Yeah.
And with that, you should start a Run Goodsprings Run quest. From here, we now need to go into the gas station way over there in the horizon, sort of northwest from where we are right now. And inside there will be an NPC called Ringo. And what we will need to do is sadly take him out to sort of activate some of the glitch. So with that said, just go ahead and make your way over there. So while we're doing that, just to explain, we're going to trigger basically the infinite XP glitch, and that will allow us to level up. That will allow us to take multiple perks. And we're going to later take advantage of a couple of other glitches to sort of compound that into a powerful start. Anyway, with that said, go ahead into the gas station.
That's close enough.
Go ahead and select the first option, I'm not an enemy.
Sorry, we got off to...
And then select the goodbye option.
Yeah.
So with that, you will now need to kill Ringo ever so sadly. So just go ahead and take him out. And once you've taken him out, this will end up you failing a ghost town gunfight quest. So from here, go ahead and exit the gas station. Now what we're going to do is, we should be going back to Joe, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go into the general store and we're going to speak to Chet, and we're going to purchase a silenced weapon, as this will make taking out Joe a lot easier. In other words, we won't invoke the remaining powder gangers. So with that said, go into the general store. Once inside, go ahead and speak to Chet.
You must be the one Doc...
And select the show me what you have for sale option. From here, what you want to do is purchase a silenced 22 pistol. And also make sure that you take some ammo as well. You don't really need that much, just 10 should be enough. And if you don't have the caps, just go ahead and sell some other stuff that you don't really need to make up for it. And that should be enough. So go ahead and exit by saying goodbye and then leave his store. Now what we will need to do is go ahead and speak to Joe. And once we've spoken to him, we will need to take him out with a sneak kill. The reason why we're going to take him out with a sneak kill is simply because if we take him out sort of openly, then all of these powder gangers, they would all attack us. So the most easiest way to deal with this situation, to kill him easily, is to take him out with a hidden sneak attack. But before that, let's go ahead and speak to him first.
You want now?
Go ahead and select the option. Ringo's dead. What now?
Good. We ain't got once it done.
And now what you want to do is make sure that you're hidden and then take out the silenced weapon that we just purchased and take him out with a single hit. Now you will need to be hidden first before you can do this. So now that I'm hidden, I have managed to take him out with a single hit, and this has not invoked or caused any anger amongst the powder gangers because they don't know what I've just done. So with that done, you will now need to go back to chat, and at this point we will now be able to perform the XP glitch. So let's just go ahead and go straight back to chat. So again, all you need to do is travel to the general store. So we should be almost there. Yep. So there, just go ahead and go inside. Now that I'm back in the store, what I'm going to do is speak to Chet.
You looking to buy some supplies?
And as a result of taking out Joe and triggering his particular dialogue, I now have this new option with Chet, which is the option to select this powder gangers option. Go ahead and select this dialogue.
What?
And from here, I now have the ability to select either this barter 25 or this speech 25 dialogue check. Select either or, it doesn't matter.
All right. I've got some extra leather.
And now notice, as a result, I got some 30 9mm ammo and I got some XP. Go ahead and repeat this loop. And now observe that I can basically select the same dialogue options again. So you can endlessly go in this loop, and what this will do is each time you select the barter 25 option, you get 30 9mm ammo and you get some XP. So you can repeat this loop as many times as you want, and this will effectively give you an infinite amount of XP, allowing you to hit any level that you're able to. Now, do be warned, this will take you a fair amount of time, but you can use this to hit the max level cap of 30, or if you have the DLCs, then this will allow you to hit the max level cap of 50. So for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to go all the way up to level 50, but I will go up to around level 10, just to demonstrate the fact that we can basically level up as many times as we want, and to also demonstrate how to use the double perks XP. So with that said, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to that portion of the video where I've basically hit around level 10. Okay, with that said, I'm now going to go ahead and select the goodbye option. And I should be able to level up all the way to level 10. So with that said, I'm going to now try to explain what this double perks glitch is. The double perks glitch is quite simple. Effectively, in the game, you get one perk every time you level up twice. So for every 2 levels, you get a perk. But it is possible to effectively get a perk at every level. And this is how you do it. We have now just hit level 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and set any points in anything. It really doesn't matter. And now I'm going to select a perk from this screen. And I'm going to try and keep it to a specific level. So for level 2, I'm going to select this Lady Killer perk, which you unlock at level 2. Now for level 3, I'm just going to put my points in anything. I don't really care. Again, at level 4, going to put the skills in anything, doesn't matter. But now that I've hit level 4, I can select a perk. Again, I'm going to try and select a level 4 perk specifically. So I'm going to go with Cannibal. For level 5, again, doesn't matter, put your points in anything. For level 6, again, same thing, doesn't matter, anything will do. And this time I'm going to try and select a level 6 specific perk. So I'm going to select Bloody Mess. Now on level 7, again, put your skills in anything, doesn't matter. I should probably clarify, the reason it doesn't matter is because we're going to basically reset all of these points later anyway, and we're going to try and get these to 100 as best as we can anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So just go ahead, put it in anything, and hit next. And now for level 8, we're going to, again, anything will do, and this time we're going to try and select a perk that's specific to level 8, so we're going to select the Commando perk. And now for level 9, again, same thing. And for level 10, again, same thing. And this time, let's take something that's specific to level 10. So we'll go with Fight the Power. And with that, we don't have any more XP left. Now, before we leave the store, a really quick one. As a result of doing this glitch, every time you use that loop, you would have gotten some 9mm rounds, specifically 30 for each time you did the loop. And as a result, in my game, now that I've hit level 10, I'm not entirely sure how many times I've done the loop, but I've basically now have over 9,000 ammo. And I probably had some ammo to begin the game with anyway. And we will basically use this amount of ammo here to act as our infinite ammo supply. And I'll show you exactly how to trigger this glitch a little bit later in the video. But for now, do note that you will have a vast amount of ammo. Now, you will probably be encumbered as a result of doing this, so just drop anything else that you don't need for now and go ahead and leave the store. So what I will do is I'll just drop some stuff that I don't really need, and with the ammo, I'm going to go ahead and leave the store. So now that we've left the store, let's take a little bit of a checkpoint what we've done so far. We've basically triggered this XP glitch to allow us to hit practically any level in the game. And in my game, I've basically gone all the way up to only level 10. If I look at my ammo, I've got a vast amount of 9mm ammo. And if I look at my skills, again, these are all random. I'll be resetting this in a moment, so I don't really care. But if I look at my perks, I actually have a few perks, namely Bloody Mess, Cannonball. In fact, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At level 10, I've got about 7 perks. Basically, I actually have 5 when you think about it, because I probably took the Skilled and the Wide Wasteland perk when I started my game. So in reality, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perks. Right. So now what we're going to do is effectively double the amount of perks we have, hit level 10, and if possible, also convert every single one of our skills to 100 or as close as possible to 100. Now, this is going to be the next tricky part of this glitch. What you want to do is leave Goodsprings. And as you leave Goodsprings, you will get a pop-up message telling you to effectively rebuild your character. And what we will do is try to use what's known as the Pip-Boy glitch to trick the game into thinking that we are still on the rebuild screen. And we're going to make use of the skilled trait to effectively increase all of our skills by 5 points on a loop. And when we do that, we will hopefully hit 100 in every skill. So what you want to do is, after leaving Chet's store, you want to sort of make it here. And when you get to around, now we need to get this right, when you get to around this rock here, just save your game, because this is going to be very tricky and you really will have only one opportunity to do this. When you get to around this rock here, go ahead and save your game. And from here, what you want to do is walk forward, and as you're walking forward, you want to open and close your Pip-Boy. Now, the idea is that you want to have the Pip-Boy open on the screen whilst also having this particular character rebuild screen overlay visible. But you also want the Pip-Boy to sort of appear as full as possible. So on the screen, you can see that the Pip-Boy has only really appeared on the bottom right-hand corner. And this isn't what I want. I want the Pip-Boy to be ideally on the very top of the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and load my game up, and I'm going to try again. And this is ideally the kind of state you want to get the screen in. So what we were doing is we were moving forward, we were opening and closing the Pip-Boy multiple times, and we were hoping to sort of land on this sort of screen, where the Pip-Boy is basically almost 100% visible, whilst the rebuild character screen is visible. Now, This is going to be a little bit tricky to explain, so again, I'll try my best. What we will do is select the rebuild character, and the moment we select this option, you will notice that your Pip-Boy will move down ever so slightly. So, when I select the rebuild character, my Pip-Boy did move down ever so slightly. And the glitch here is this: as long as the Pip-Boy is visible on the screen every time we select the rebuild character, we can go in this continuous loop, where we will be able to assign special points, skills, so on. So when you're on the special screen, because we're going to do this loop multiple times, it doesn't matter what values we set for the first time. So you can just go ahead and set them to anything. When you're on the skilled page, what we will do is, just to make it easy for us, I'm just going to go ahead and select the top 3. So I'm going to tag the top 3. So notice that all the skills are set to 20, but the top 3 are set to 35. We'll come back to this in a moment, but this is going to become important. Hit the done button. And now when you're on the trait screen, so this is the important bit. What you want to do is select Wild Wasteland and select Skill. It's important that you select these 2 traits specifically. When we do the loop for the last time, we won't have to select these 2. You can select basically anything. But for now, we'll have to select the Skill and the Wild Wasteland. So what is the glitch here specifically? Every time you select the skilled trait, what this will do is increase every single one of your skills by 5. And it will give you a -10 hit to your gained XP. However, the +5 to your skill points, they all increment every time you do the loop. But the XP penalty does not. In other words, no matter how many times you take this skill trait, you only gain the -10% penalty just once, while you get the +5 every time. And I will show you what I mean by this. So go ahead and press the done button. And now notice we're back on the same screen. So again, if you hit the rebuild character option, you will notice that your Pip-Boy will move down again ever so slightly. Now you're back on the screen again. So again, just put your points in anything. And now notice that every single one of your skills has gone up by a total of 5 points. So our top 3 were 35, they are now 40. Again, hit the done button. And again, select the Wild Wasteland and the skill trait. And again, you're back on the screen. So again, for the 3rd time, rebuild your character and you will notice that the Pip-Boy is going to move down. And again, put your skills in anything, doesn't matter. And now notice that your skills have all gone up by 5 again. So what we will do is we will continue to repeat this until we get basically every single one of these to 100. So I'm just going to fast forward through this bit of the video, but I'll show you exactly what this will look like. Now that we have every single skill at 100, we're going to repeat this loop one more time. So again, you can go ahead and select Wild and Skilled, select Rebuild Character, and you might see this screen. So this screen is basically your final attempt of looping. After this screen, you will not be able to do any more loops. So if you see this screen, what you're basically seeing are your skill assignments window and your appearance window both clashing at the same time. So what you want to do is basically control the background and just go through the options at the back. So in this case, I'm going to select, say I can select female if I want, I'll go with male. And I'm going to select my race as it is, and then hit the next button. For my hairstyle, facials, I'm just going to keep it all as it is. And when you see this option, select the yes option. And now this is going to be your final loop. After this, you will not be able to loop. So at this point, now you can distribute your special points however you see fit. So in my game, I'm just going to make it somewhat meaningful. Again, it really doesn't matter what I assign the points to, just something that makes a little bit more sense to me. In this case, I've just gone with totally random. But the important thing here is that the points that you distribute to your specials have no bearing, not really anyway, on your points. So just go ahead and select the done button. And now notice all of my skills are still at 100. Hit the done button. And now for your final traits, you do not have to select Wild, Wasteland and Skilled. Now that all your skills points are at 100, you can select anything you want. Now, me personally, I will go with White Wasteland simply because I like it, and I will go with something like Good Natured and hit the done button. And now I'm going to press the finish. Now, as soon as I press finish, I'm going to go into my Pip-Boy as quickly as I can to show you some other stuff. So now I'm in my Pip-Boy. Notice I'm at level 1. Notice I've got all of my skills at 100 except unarmed, but that won't be a problem. In fact, that's a good thing, and I'll show you why in a moment. But if I go to my perks, notice that I still retain all the perks. When I exited Goodsprings, I was at level 10, and yet I've retained all of my perks to the best of, well, as best as we can anyway. We have lost one perk, which I think was the comprehension perk. Not all perks make it through, but for the most part, at level 1, I now have all of these perks. So just imagine if you went all the way up to level 50, at this point, you would have close to 25 perks on this screen. Because I only went up to level 10, I've only got sort of 4 out of the 5. If you also take a look at the top right hand corner, I've actually got a lot of XP. When I exited Goodsprings, I had enough XP to go all the way up to level 10. Now that I've finished rebuilding my character, now this will force me to basically redistribute all of my XP points. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's level up all the way to level 10. So now notice I'm at level 2. Now, if you notice, everything is at 100 and the game has only given me one single skill point. So at this point, I will not be soft locked. The game won't stop me from continuing on. All I do is hit continue. And now I can select a perk. And in this case, I'm going to select some other perk. So I'm going to go with Hunter and hit done. Now, before I level up again, I'm going to go into my perks and notice I now have this Hunter perk. So I now have at level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 perks that I really shouldn't have at level 2. So let's continue leveling up. Now notice I'm at level 3 and notice that the game has given me no skill points to distribute. And that's because I can't do any more distribution of any skill points. I've hit the max. So what I can simply do is just skip this page by pressing the X button. Now I'm at level 4. Again, I can just skip. And this time I'm going to go ahead and select a level 4 perk. So I would select, there we go, comprehension. And now, before I level up, notice I now have comprehension. So this is how you basically perform the double perks glitch. Although you're not actually getting a perk at every level, effectively, if you hit the max level in Goodsprings before leaving it, when you rebuild your character, you can basically select another perk again at every even level, and you will end up with twice as many perks than if you just sort of leveled up normally. Now, I did have a little bit of a problem there. I got attacked, but we can carry on leveling up. So now I'm at level 5. Again, I can't distribute any points, so it's not a problem. Just hit continue. And now I'm at level 6. Again, not a problem. Continue. And now we get to select another perk. So this time I'll go with, let's go with Demolition Expert. And again, let's just check the perk screen. And notice I now have another perk. So I'm just going to cycle through this as quickly as I can now. And with that, I'm not leveling up anymore. So when I left Goodsprings, I left at level 10, and now I am at level 10. So I've basically hit the same level again, but I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 perks. Traditionally, you can't get 11 perks at level 10. You'd have somewhere between 5 to 6 if you leveled up traditionally. But by using this glitch, you're able to hit the max level, and you're able to get double perks, and you're able to get 100 skill points. Now, there's one final glitch to show, which is how do I get an infinite amount of cap? So as those animals attack me, you might have noticed that I have run out of ammo for my silenced pistol. I don't have any ammo left anymore. But what I will show you is a way of basically swapping ammo out for this weapon onto the silenced weapon. And the way you do this is this. What you need to do is equip the weapon that has the vast amount of ammo. So the 9mm ammo belongs to the 9mm pistol. So what you want to do is select the weapon, hit the hotkey, And whilst the hotkey menu is open, navigate to the ammo and then assign the ammo to a hotkey. So I've just assigned it to option number 5. From here, let go of the hotkey and now go to a weapon of your choice. So I'm going to go to my silenced weapon. Now what you want to do is, whilst the weapon is equipped, press that hotkey. And notice on the bottom corner that I've basically swapped out the 9mm ammo for the silenced weapon ammo. So now I can basically use the ammo for the 9mm for this weapon. And this basically works across a number of other weapons. So let's just say I go with the mercenary grenade rifle. So this is a weapon that I have because I have some TLC stuff installed. I actually have 19 of these grenades. So if I just fire off one in the distance, notice I've now got 18 and so on. If I now hit that same hotkey button, notice it's bumped up my ammo all the way up to 9,000 plus. So this is effectively, although not strictly an infinite ammo as such, you can buy or you can do the Chet glitch. So if you use the Chet glitch and you actually get all the way up to level 50, you will end up with something close to 218,000 ammo. So it's a vast amount of ammo that will pretty much last you the whole game, regardless of the weapon you're using. And you will be able to use this ammo with pretty much any other weapon. So if I try some other weapons such as the sturdy caravan, which uses 20 shotgun shells, notice it's got 38. But the moment I switch out, I can now basically shoot all of this ammo and so on. So just a quick recap of what we've done, because we've gone through a lot in this one single video. So what we've done is I've shown you how to hit theoretically the max level cap before leaving Goodsprings. I've also shown you how to achieve 100 in every single skill. I've also shown you how to get effectively double perks before leaving Goodsprings. And I've shown you how to get effectively an infinite amount of supply across practically any weapon in the game. And with that, that's basically how you would start your brand new Fallout New Vegas game in the most glitched way possible. Effectively, this is borderline God mode without actually activating God mode. In this video, I have shown you how to pretty much start the game in a semi-godlike state. And yet, there are a number of other glitches that you can perform once you leave Goodsprings, such as recruiting multiple companions and other really cool nifty things. To find out more about these glitches, check out my Fallout New Vegas glitches playlist that should be visible on the screen right now. Go ahead and click on this playlist and you will be able to see a lot of other glitches that you can't do inside Goodsprings, but you will be able to do outside in the Mojave Desert.